Namaste everyone, I'm Axat. Thank you for tuning into my vlog and let me take you on a journey to the center of the mind. Come along if you can. Just kidding, I'm just talking about why I love travel and journeys and adventures that come along unexpectedly. Okay, so as you can see in the first playlist in my description, we went to Ladakh in April. But before I tell you about what we did and how we did it in a short amount of time, I just want to say why I like midweek one day holidays better than Saturday or Monday holidays. And yeah, we have a 6-day working week, so Saturdays do not count as holidays. Okay, I think it's because the brain gets a charging moment. There is a recharge that goes on when you disconnect from thinking about one thing for a long time, and you just get some time to reassess it, or maybe some ideas spark that are brewing in the back of your mind and they come to the front in midweek holidays, and then you can sort of make them real. Okay, so with that out of the way, let me tell you about Leh Ladakh. So we flew from Delhi to Leh over the beautiful, majestic, snow-covered Himalayas, and landed in Leh, acclimatized, very important. So if you're going for the first time and if you're going by air, it's pretty important that you keep yourselves hydrated and avoid any strenuous activity till you get used to the high altitude. Otherwise you can suffer from high altitude sickness, and as my friend who's there tells me, some people's SpO2 goes down dangerously and they need to be evacuated and they need to be given medical attention. So you want to avoid that, right? Okay, so after you acclimatize in Leh for a day, or depending on what your itinerary is like, you visit Leh Palace, full of history, steeped in Ladakhi culture, and just a reel of how Ladakh has evolved over the ages, especially Leh. And you visit the Santi Stupa at Leh, again on the outskirts, from the backside road that is overlooking the new part of town that is coming up. It's like it's gonna be pretty modern, but I don't know at what cost, because, and this reminds me what I wanted to share with you all, like it was shared to me on our old Scenarian poet group by Justice Bhalla, that the Kalka Shimla highway has suffered from a collapsed portion, and that video was scary. I have seen landslides and videos of disasters before, but I guess this is what we are doing to nature. We are paying the price for developing too fast and without lots of forethought. I mean, anything can happen, life is predictable, but still, we should care about how we are developing things. Okay, so let me progress in our Ladakh trip, and after Leh, you go from the Khardungla side, the Khardungla, highest motorable pass in the world. I mean, tourist wise, because Umlingla and all, you shouldn't go there without permission, and you shouldn't just willy-nilly go off on tangents on your trip. You have to get permits from the Leh District Magistrate office, the SDM office, or you have to ask your travel advisor or whoever is doing the arrangements for you, to arrange a pass for you, your vehicle, sort of that. And then from Khardungla we descended into Nubra Valley. So Diskit has a huge Buddha statue, and the Gompa is amazing. The town is coming up very nicely. Again, Hundar beyond it has sand dunes on which you can ride the double humped camel, the Bactrian camel, which of course we did. And we also went for ATV rides on the sand dunes. So doing that was absolutely fantastic. Adrenaline rush. And then we stayed a little further down the road, and you can go up till Turtuk, the last village of India, towards Gilgit Baltistan, that is claimed by Pakistan. And a little bit beyond that, there is another small settlement over there. But from Turtuk, you come back, and then we had the good fortune to take the Shiok Valley Road. And with the Shyok river. So the Nubra Valley and the Shyok Valley meet at Khalsar, and that is where we turned towards Durbuk, which is towards Pangong So, the most famous lake in Ladakh, because of Three Idiots, obviously, and with good reason. They've set up scooters and those bottom shaped chairs over there, so you can have like we did, you can have a touristy photo with the Pangong lake in the background and you making a Three Idiots pose. So nice places there as well. From Pangong, going along the shore, you reach the last village of India towards the China side, that is Chushul. Okay, so Chushul is also a pretty good place to stay. And from there, after we pay our respects to the Chushul warriors and the Razangla warriors at the Razangla Memorial, the Ahir Dham, we salute our martyrs and our armed forces over there. We go on to Hanle, which is the village at which India's highest astronomical observatory is located, the Himalayan Chandra telescope. So I love the moon, I love the sky. So Chand और आकाश साथ साथ बढ़िया लगते हैं. Which reminds me, it's a full moon time these days. So the Perseid meteor shower is peaking, but it won't be very conducive to see it, especially in urban environments. But still, there's always looking forward to next year when the meteors interact or intersect with Earth's orbit. Okay, so coming back from space down to Ladakh once again. From Hanle, we went to a place called Neuma, which is the district headquarters, I think, of the Changthang region. And that shows you how the plateau part of Ladakh and that part of Himalayas is. And we got to see some local Pashmina shawls, Pashmina fabric being woven on old styly looms by very polite women, old women. And then we took the road along the Indus and back to Leh, where there was more local sightseeing to do. So there is the Sangam point of the Indus River and the Zanskar River at Sangam, which is awesomax, and Zorawar Fort, Hall of Fame. Once again, full power salute to our armed forces, and not just from me, but from my dad as well. Okay, so that was in a nutshell a Ladakh trip for you. We made our trip zero impact, which means we did not leave any litter behind anywhere in nature. We disposed of it properly, we kept track of it in our car, and we just absolutely did not mess with nature. So I request you all to do the same, set even bigger, brighter examples, make the world a better place, be kind to one another. Namaste, I am